The hook. The silence in the room was heavy, broken only by the slow beeping of strange machines. Alex opened his eyes and felt his body trapped in a soft bed, covered with silver sheets that smelled of metal and dust. His head spun and his chest ached like he had been hit by lightning. He tried to move but found a thin band of light around his wrist. It looked like energy glowing faintly blue. It wasn't tight, but it held him firmly in place. He pulled harder, but the light pulsed stronger, keeping him down. "Where am I?" Alex whispered, his voice rough and dry. The room was nothing like any hospital he knew. The walls curved like the inside of a shell, smooth and glowing from hidden lights. Strange symbols moved across the surface, alive like crawling insects. Everything felt alive yet cold. A door opened with a soft hiss. Alex froze. She walked in, tall, graceful. Her skin shimmered like silver under the lights, her long dark hair moving as if touched by an invisible breeze. Her eyes glowed faintly green, calm but sharp, watching him as if she could see through his thoughts. She was not human. Alex knew it at once, but there was something about her face, something almost familiar. "You are awake," she said, her voice clear, calm, and smooth. Alex swallowed. His throat burned. Who are you? Where am I?" She stepped closer, not afraid of him, not angry, just steady. She looked at him for a long moment and then spoke the words that froze his blood. "You got me pregnant, human." The air seemed to vanish from the room. Alex blinked, trying to make sense of what she had said. "What?" Her expression did not change. "You got me pregnant." His mind spun. He tried to sit up, but the glowing band on his wrist held him down. That's impossible. I don't even know you." "I don't even know what you are." "You know me," she said quietly. "Not with your mind, but your body knows. Our lives crossed during the crash. Your ship fell from the sky. I pulled you from the fire. Your blood mixed with mine. The impossible happened." "No." Alex shook his head violently. "That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works." Her eyes narrowed slightly, but her voice stayed calm. "For my kind, children are born from the self. No male, no father. But now something changed. I carry life that is not only mine, life that carries you." Alex felt his stomach turn. Fear and confusion fought inside his head. "You're lying. You're playing some game." She tilted her head, almost curious, like she was studying him. "Do you think I would lie about this? Look." She stepped closer, lifting his hand gently despite his struggle. She placed it on her stomach. Alex expected nothing, just a trick. But then he felt it, a faint thump. A small rhythm. Not human, not alien, something else. His eyes widened. The sound echoed inside his head, more powerful than the beeping machines. He pulled his hand back quickly, breathing fast. No, this is wrong. This can't be real." Her green eyes stayed locked on him. "It is real. And it changes everything. For you, for me, for both our worlds." Alex shook his head, panic rising. "No, I don't believe this. I don't even believe you." "You don't have to believe," she said softly. "The truth is inside me. It grows stronger each day. It will be born whether you want it or not." His heart pounded. Sweat rolled down his face. He pulled at the glowing band again, desperate to get free, but it only tightened with light. "What do you want from me?" he asked, voice shaking. Her answer was simple. "Stay alive, protect what you made, and decide if you are ready to be more than just human." Alex stared at her, lost between fear and disbelief. Pregnant with his child? No, with something new, something he didn't understand. He thought of Earth, of home, of normal life. But it all felt far away, like a dream fading. The alien woman stepped back, her face unreadable. "My name is Lyra," she said at last. "And the choice is yours, Alex, to run, or to face what we created together." The beeping machines grew louder, faster, almost in rhythm with Alex's heartbeat. The walls seemed to close in, the crawling symbols glowing brighter. Alex lay frozen, his mind racing. He wanted to scream. He wanted to deny everything. But deep inside, he could still feel it, that strange, impossible heartbeat that was part of him, part of her, and something else entirely. He realized with dread that his life had just changed forever. And the worst part? He wasn't sure if it was a miracle or a curse. Strange truth, Alex did not sleep that night, if it was night at all. The strange alien room had no windows, no stars, no sense of time. only the endless glowing walls alive with shifting symbols that moved like crawling fireflies. He lay on the silver bed, pulling against the glowing band on his wrist, again and again. Each time he fought, the band tightened with light and hummed louder as if mocking his effort. Finally, he gave up and lay still, breathing hard. His thoughts chased each other like a storm. Pregnant alien? His child? No, it couldn't be real. It had to be a trick. Some experiment. Some trap. The door hissed open again. Lyra walked in, calm as always, carrying a small dish with a liquid that glowed faint blue. "You need strength," she said, placing it on a small stand beside his bed. "Drink, it will heal you." Alex stared at the dish, then at her. "I don't trust you." Lyra tilted her head. "Trust is not required. Survival is." He didn't touch it. His throat was dry, his stomach empty, but fear kept him strong. "Tell me the truth," he said. "Why me? Why this? You said your kind don't need men, don't need fathers. So why me?" She sat down on a strange chair made of shifting metal, the surface moving like liquid until it shaped itself under her. She watched him for a long moment, then spoke. "My people are born from the self. We split life inside and new life comes without help. It has been this way for thousands of cycles. But when I pulled you from the fire, when your blood touched mine, something happened. The spark changed. For the first time, my womb did not listen to my body alone. It listened to yours, too." Alex shook his head. "That doesn't make sense. Biology doesn't work like that. DNA doesn't." She raised a hand. "Your human science is young. What you call impossible may simply be undiscovered. You forget the stars hold more rules than your world knows." Her calm tone only made Alex more nervous. "So what happens now?" he asked, voice low. "What exactly is inside you?" Lyra touched her stomach gently. For a moment, her face softened, almost human, not mine. Something between. When I dream, I see them. They are small, shaped like wolf cubs, glowing with light. They are fast, strong, and they are not silent. They learn, even inside me. Alex's skin went cold. "Wolf cubs? Puppies?" Her eyes met his. "You may call them that, human, but do not mistake their form. They will not be simple animals. They will be children. Children of two worlds. Children of power." Alex tried to laugh, but no sound came. "This is insane. This is science fiction." Lyra leaned closer, her voice sharp now. "It is not fiction. It is real. Already my people whisper about it. Some call it a blessing. Some call it a weapon. They fear what is inside me, and they fear you." "Me?" Alex frowned. "Yes," she said. "You are the other half. They think you carry secrets in your blood, secrets that can change life itself." Alex felt his chest tighten. "So what, they want to kill me?" "Kill them?" Lyra's eyes darkened. "Some would. Some already speak of ending this before it grows. Others want to take them from me. To raise them as weapons, as leaders, as rulers." Silence filled the room. The beeping machines hummed like distant drums. Alex whispered almost to himself, "And what do you want?" Her answer came without pause. "I want them to live. And I want to see what they become." For the first time, Alex saw fear in her eyes. Not fear of him, but fear for what was coming. He looked at her stomach again, remembering the impossible heartbeat he had felt. He wanted to deny it, to call her a liar, but deep inside something stirred. A pull, a bond he did not understand. "Why are you telling me this?" he asked. "Why not just keep me locked up?" Lyra stood, her figure tall and strong against the glowing walls. "Because you must choose. You can deny them. You can walk away. Or you can accept that your blood created something new, and you can stand beside them. If you run, others will find you. If you fight, you may lose. But if you stay, you may protect them." Her words hit him like a hammer. Protect them? Him? He wasn't ready to be a father. Not even to a human child. And now, alien puppies? Hybrid children of two worlds? No. It was too much. But still, the memory of that heartbeat haunted him. He clenched his fists. "And if I don't choose?" Lyra's eyes glowed brighter for a moment. Her voice dropped, cold as stone. "Then others will choose for you, and you may not like their choice." The door hissed again, opening behind her. Two alien guards stepped inside, tall and armored, their weapons glowing with the same blue energy as the band on Alex's wrist. Their eyes fixed on him, not with anger, but with fear. Alex realized something then. He wasn't just a prisoner. He was something more, something dangerous. And as the guards watched him like he was a threat, Alex felt a chill run down his spine, not because of what they thought he was, but because deep inside, he feared they might be right. The alien puppies. The room was silent again after the guards left, but Alex could still feel their eyes on him, like ghosts burned into his skin. His heart would not calm. His chest rose and fell as if he had run for miles, though he had not moved at all. Lyra stood near the wall, her hand resting gently on her stomach. The faint green glow in her eyes softened, but her face stayed unreadable. "They grow fast," she said at last, almost to herself. Alex's voice cracked. "What do you mean fast?" She turned, her gaze fixed on him. "Not like human children. Not even like mine. Each day inside me, they change. They learn. They take shape." Alex shook his head. "That's not possible. Growth takes time, years." Lyra stepped closer. "Not for them. Not for what we made." Before Alex could argue, the walls lit up brighter. Strange patterns appeared, forming a shape. It was not words, at least not human words. It was an image. A moving picture. Alex stared wide-eyed. The symbols shaped into glowing forms. Small, four-legged creatures with sharp ears and bright eyes. They looked almost like wolf pups, but their fur glowed faintly as if made of starlight. What is that?" Alex whispered. Lyra's voice was calm. "A vision. The machines read what grows inside me. They show you their form." Alex pressed against the glowing band on his wrist, leaning forward. The shapes on the wall moved like real creatures, playful, alive, almost aware. He could almost hear tiny growls, soft yips, and laughter. His throat went dry. "They're puppies." Lyra's lips curved in the faintest smile. "You used that word again. Yes. Small. Wolf-like. But not simple animals. Look closer." The glowing images zoomed in, showing the pups' eyes. Alex froze. Their eyes were not like wolves. Not like humans. Not like Lyra's. They glowed with golden light, bright and sharp, filled with intelligence. Their eyes looked alive, thinking, watching. They know," Alex whispered. Lyra nodded. "Already they are aware. They hear, they learn, even now in the womb." Alex sat back slowly, his mind racing. He had seen many strange things as an explorer. Alien landscapes, storms made of fire, creatures that swam through rock. But nothing compared to this. This was life, new life, that should not exist, yet it did. He tried to laugh, but it came out broken. "So what do we call them? Alien puppies? Space cubs?" Lyra's eyes flickered with amusement, but her tone stayed serious. "Call them what you like, human, but remember, names hold power. These children will not be ordinary. My people already fear them. Some think they will unite us. Others think they will destroy us." Alex's chest tightened. "Destroy you? They're just babies." Her gaze hardened. "They are not just babies. They are born of two worlds. That means they may not belong to either." The words hit him deep. He thought of Earth, of home. What would Earth do if it found out? Scientists would lock them away, experiment on them, call them dangerous. Maybe his own people would fear them too. He whispered. "Then, they won't be safe anywhere." Lyra looked down at her stomach, her hand pressing gently. Her voice dropped low. "That is why we must protect them." Alex stared at her, stunned. She spoke with such certainty, such strength, as if there was no doubt in her mind. But for him, doubt was all he had. "How can we protect them? I'm just me. I'm not a soldier. I'm not even a father." Lyra met his eyes, sharp as steel. "Blood made you a father already. Whether you accept it or not." Silence fell again. Alex wanted to argue, wanted to shout, but the truth weighed on him like stone. He couldn't deny what he felt when his hand had touched her stomach. That strange heartbeat echoing inside him. It had already marked him. The wall shapes flickered again. This time the pups were running, their small glowing bodies moving fast, leaving trails of light. Then one of them stopped and turned its head. Alex gasped. The glowing pup was staring straight at him, its golden eyes locked on his, alive, knowing. For a moment he felt a voice in his mind, soft and childlike. "Father." Alex ripped his gaze away, shaking, sweat dripping from his face. His heart thundered, No, that's not real. That's not real." Lyra's voice was steady. "They reach out to you. Already they know who you are." Alex buried his face in his hands, trembling. He wanted to deny it, but deep inside he knew it was true. He wasn't ready for this. He wasn't ready for them, but ready or not. The children were coming, and the universe would never be the same. Human instinct. The glowing vision on the wall finally faded, but the image of those golden eyes stayed burned into Alex's mind. He sat motionless on the bed, his chest rising and falling fast as if he had run through fire. Lyra stood nearby, silent, watching him. Her hand rested on her stomach, calm but protective. She seemed less like a distant alien now and more like a mother. The word hit him hard. Mother. And if she was the mother, then he was the father. The thought made his skin crawl. He had never asked for this. He had never wanted it. But deep inside, he knew he could not turn away. Something was pulling at him, stronger than fear, stronger than logic. Finally, he spoke, his voice hoarse. If what you're saying is true, then people will try to stop this. Your people. Maybe even mine. Lyra nodded slowly. Yes, some already whisper. They call the children dangerous. They call them unnatural. Alex clenched his fists. They're just kids. They haven't even been born yet. How can anyone call them dangerous? Her green eyes fixed on him. Because the unknown is always feared. Her words hung heavy in the room. Alex looked down at his hands. They were shaking. He had faced storms, hunger, battles, even death in space. But nothing had shaken him like this. Not the idea of dying, but the idea of life. Life he was somehow responsible for. A fire sparked inside him. It was small at first, but it grew quickly. They won't touch them, Alex said suddenly, his voice stronger now. Not while I'm alive. Lyra tilted her head, studying him. There was a faint change in her eyes, something like respect. You speak like a protector, she said softly. I'm not a protector, Alex muttered. I'm just me. I don't even know how to fight like you. I don't know your weapons. I don't know your people. You know enough, Lyra said. She stepped closer, lowering her voice. You know how to fight for what you love. That is more than many of my kind can say. Alex blinked. Love, was that what this was? No, it couldn't be. He didn't even know her. He didn't even know them. But when he thought of those golden eyes staring at him, calling him father, something inside his chest tightened. Maybe it was love. Maybe it was instinct. Whatever it was, he couldn't ignore it. The door hissed open again. 2 guards entered, carrying long spears made of light. They didn't look at Alex, but at Lyra. They bowed slightly, then spoke in a language Alex couldn't understand. Lyra's face darkened. She answered quickly, her tone sharp. The guards hesitated, then stepped back, glaring at Alex before leaving the room. Alex frowned. What was that about? Lyra hesitated before answering. They wanted me to move you, to keep you away from me, away from them. Alex's jaw tightened. And what did you say? Her eyes glowed faintly. I said no. Alex let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. Why? Lyra looked at him steadily. Because you must be near them. They already reach for you. If you are taken, they will suffer. Alex stared at her, and for the first time he realized something important. She wasn't just protecting them because they were hers. She was protecting them because she believed in them, because she wanted them to live no matter what it cost. And suddenly, Alex felt the same. He stood, pulling hard against the glowing band. This time, instead of resisting, the band pulsed and released, dissolving into sparks. He stared in shock. Lyra smiled faintly. It listens to your will. You are stronger now. Alex flexed his wrist free at last. He could barely believe it. Then teach me, he said. His voice was steady, determined. Teach me how to fight. Teach me how to protect them. Lyra studied him for a long moment, as if measuring his soul. Then she nodded. Very well. But know this, human. Protecting them will not only mean fighting with weapons. You must fight your own fear. You must fight your own doubt. And you must fight those who see them as nothing but tools. I'll fight anyone, Alex said, his eyes hard. I don't care who they are. Lyra's gaze softened just slightly. Then maybe you truly are their father. The room fell silent again, but it was not the same silence as before. This silence carried weight, carried purpose. Alex sat back on the bed, his mind racing but his heart steadier than it had been since he woke. He didn't know how, he didn't know why, but he knew one thing for certain now. He was not going to run. Not from her. Not from them. Not from whatever future waited. Somewhere inside Lyra, the children stirred, their tiny lives glowing brighter with each passing moment. And though Alex could not hear them this time, he felt them. He felt them waiting for him. Birth of the hybrids. The storm began without warning. The walls of the alien base shook, humming with deep vibration. Lightning flashed outside so bright that even without windows, the light leaked through cracks in the curved walls. The machines in the room beeped louder, almost frantic. Alex sat up fast, his heart racing. What's happening? Lyra was on her knees, her hand gripping the edge of the bed. Her face was pale, her breath sharp and uneven. Sweat shimmered on her silver skin. They're coming, she whispered. Alex froze. The children? She nodded, teeth clenched. Too soon. But the storm, it pushes them. Alex leapt to her side, panic rising. What do we do? Where's your doctor? Your people? Someone who knows how. Her hand shot out, grabbing his wrist with surprising strength. Her eyes glowed fiercely. No one. Only you. He stared at her, shocked. Me, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to. You don't need to know, she hissed, cutting him off. They already chose you. They listened to you. You will guide them out. Alex's throat tightened. He wanted to argue, to run, but there was no time. Lyra's body arched with pain, a cry breaking from her lips. The machines around them lit up, showing glowing forms inside her, twisting, shifting, pushing to be born. The air grew thick with energy, buzzing like static. The storm outside roared louder, thunder shaking the floor. Alex pressed his hand against her stomach, desperate. Stay with me, Lyra, I'm here. Just hold on. Her eyes met his, wild and glowing. Then listen. Listen to them. At first, all Alex heard was chaos, his heartbeat, the storm, the machines. But then something else, a soft sound inside his mind. Small childlike voices, not words but feelings. Fear, hunger, need, they were calling him. I hear them, Alex whispered. Lyra gritted her teeth, sweat dripping down her face. Then call them back. Call them out. They will follow your voice. He didn't know how. He had no idea what he was doing. But he leaned close, pressing both hands against her glowing stomach. His voice shook, but he spoke anyway. It's okay. I'm here. You're safe. Come to me. Come to us. The energy in the room pulsed. The machines flickered wildly. Lyra cried out again, her body trembling. Then the light came. It poured from her stomach in bright waves, filling the room with golden glow. The air shook as if reality itself was cracking open. Alex shielded his eyes but kept his hands on her, refusing to let go. One by one, the shapes emerged. Small, glowing forms spilled onto the bed. Their bodies were soft, fur shimmering faintly like starlight. Their ears were sharp, their tiny tails flicking. They were not human, not alien. Something new. The first one opened its eyes. Golden, bright, intelligent. It looked at Alex. Its mouth opened, and a small sound came out, not a cry, not a howl, but something in between. Alex felt the sound inside his chest, not in his ears. A voice, a single word, Father. His breath caught. His hands shook, but he reached out, lifting the small creature into his arms. It was warm, alive, real. Its tiny heart beat fast against his palm. More followed. 2, then 3, then 4. Lyra's cries turned softer, weaker, but her eyes never left them. She watched with fierce pride as her children entered the world. The room filled with their sounds, yips, growls, soft whines. But behind every noise was thought, awareness. They moved not like blind newborns, but like fast learners, curious, alert. Alex held one close, staring into its golden eyes. You're real, he whispered. You're really real. Lyra's voice was faint but steady. They are ours, the first of their kind. But even in that moment of wonder, fear returned. The storm outside roared, shaking the walls harder. Shadows moved beyond the door. Alex looked up, alarmed. Someone's coming. Lyra nodded weakly. They heard the birth. They will want to see. Some will want to take them. Alex's arms tightened around the glowing pup. His instinct screamed, protect, defend, fight. He didn't need to think. The decision was already made. No one touches them, he said, his voice like steel. Lyra's lips curved in a faint smile, though her face was pale with exhaustion. Now you sound like a father. The door hissed open. Shadows spilled inside. Armed figures filled the room, their weapons glowing. The pups huddled close to Alex, their golden eyes burning bright. For the first time, Alex felt a surge of power not from himself but from them. The air shimmered and a faint barrier of light spread around him. Lyra and the newborns. The guards hesitated, their eyes wide with fear. The hybrids had already begun to protect themselves, and Alex knew in that instant, that the galaxy would never see them as children. It would see them as power. The threat. The newborns huddled against Alex's chest, their golden eyes glowing in the dim room. Their soft yips and growls echoed like whispers in his mind, making his heart beat faster with every sound. He had never felt so unprepared and yet never so sure of what he had to do. The guards stood frozen at the doorway, their weapons humming with blue light. None of them dared step closer. Their eyes darted between Alex, Lyra, and the glowing pups wrapped in Alex's arms. "They feel it," Lyra whispered weakly, still lying on the bed. "The power. The change. They fear what they don't understand." One of the guards shouted something in their alien tongue. Another raised his weapon, but his hands trembled. Alex felt the pups stir, their tiny bodies pressed tighter against him. Then, without warning, a shimmer spread out from them, a faint barrier of golden light forming a shield that pulsed like a heartbeat. The guards staggered back, fear flashing in their eyes. The one with the raised weapon lowered it quickly. Alex stared at the barrier, stunned. They did this?" Lyra nodded, her face pale but her eyes proud. "They protect you. Already they know you are theirs." The pups yipped softly, their glowing eyes locked on the guards. Alex felt their emotions through the bond. Fear, but also courage. Instinct to protect. Instinct to fight. The guards backed away, retreating into the hall. The door hissed shut, leaving silence behind. But Alex knew it wasn't over. "They'll come back," he muttered. "With more. With orders to take them." Lyra sat up slowly, wincing but forcing herself upright. "Yes, word will spread. Some will want to kill them. Others will want to claim them. None will let them simply live." Alex clenched his jaw, holding the pups tighter. "Then we can't stay here." Lyra nodded weakly. "We must leave before they gather strength. Before they decide together what to do." Alex glanced at the door, then back at her. "Where do we go?" "This whole base is crawling with your people." Her green eyes met his. "Not my people. Not anymore. Once I chose them." She touched her stomach. "I chose exile." The words hit him hard. She had turned her back on her own kind for these children. For their survival. For his survival. "Then we get out," Alex said firmly. "Now." Lyra tried to stand but faltered. Alex caught her before she fell. She was weak from the birth, but she still held herself tall, refusing pity. "They will chase us," she whispered, "even across the stars." Alex looked down at the pups in his arms, their golden eyes reflecting his face. "Then let them chase. We'll fight." The words came easily now. Not forced, not panicked. Just truth. Lyra's lips curved into the faintest smile. "Human instinct, fierce, reckless, protective." Alex almost laughed. "Call it whatever you want. But no one's taking them." The storm outside raged on, thunder shaking the walls. Somewhere deep in the base, alarms began to blare, a sharp, piercing sound that made the pups whimper softly. Alex pulled them close, whispering, "It's okay. I've got you. I'm not letting go." The door opened again, this time not guards, but a robed figure. Taller than the others, with skin like pale stone and eyes that glowed blue instead of green. His presence filled the room with cold authority. Lyra stiffened. "The counselor." The figure's voice was deep and calm. "So it is true. The abomination lives." Alex's blood boiled. "They're not an abomination. They're children." The counselor stepped closer, ignoring Alex's words. His eyes fixed on the glowing pups. "Half human, half of us. They are unstable, dangerous, they cannot be allowed to grow." The pups growled, their small teeth bared. The barrier around Alex flared brighter. "Stay back," Alex warned, "or you'll regret it." The counselor's gaze flicked to him. "You think you can stop us, human? You think you can protect them from an entire world?" "Yes," Alex said simply. His voice didn't shake this time. "I will." The counselor's expression hardened. He raised a hand and the air shimmered with energy. The pups whined, pressing closer, but before he could strike, the storm outside cracked louder, shaking the entire base. Lightning split the sky, sending a surge through the walls. The machines flickered and died, plunging the room into darkness except for the golden glow of the pups. For one heartbeat, silence ruled. Then the pups howled. It was not loud, not fierce, but it carried power. The walls vibrated and the counselor staggered back, his face twisting in shock. Alex stared in awe. They pushed him back. Lyra's voice was soft but steady. "They are more than either of us. They are the beginning of something new," the counselor snarled, retreating through the doorway. His voice echoed cold and sharp. You cannot hide them. The galaxy will come for them, and when it does, you will beg for mercy. The door slammed shut. Alex held the pups close, his heart pounding. For the first time, he realized just how dangerous this was. Not just for him, not just for Lyra, but for the entire galaxy. He looked down at the glowing children in his arms. They stared back, calm now, their golden eyes steady. Alex whispered almost to himself, Then let the galaxy come. They'll find out these kids aren't as helpless as they think. The pups yipped in agreement, their small voices echoing like a promise. And in that moment, Alex knew the real fight hadn't even started yet. New beginning. The base lay in ruins behind them. Smoke and sparks poured from broken walls as the storm finally calmed outside. Alex held 2 of the newborns in his arms while the other 3 padded beside him, their small glowing bodies leaving faint trails of golden light across the dark ground. Lyra leaned against him, weak but walking. Her steps were slow, but her eyes stayed sharp. She refused to fall. They moved through the wastelands under a sky filled with broken clouds. The air smelled of ash and iron. Alex had never felt more exposed, but he had no choice. Staying at the base meant death or worse, capture. The pups stayed close, never straying far. Every time Alex stumbled, they whined softly, brushing against his legs as if giving him strength. Every time Lyra faltered, they looked at her with glowing eyes full of concern. They're different, Alex muttered as they walked. Not like human babies at all. They already understand. They already care. Lyra's lips curved faintly. Yes, they grow fast. They learn faster. Every moment with us makes them stronger. Alex looked down at the pup in his arms. Its golden eyes stared back, steady and calm, almost wise. He shivered. Then we have to keep moving. If they find us again, they will find us again, Lyra interrupted quietly. Not if when. Her honesty cut him, but he respected it. There was no room for false hope now. Hours passed. At last, they reached the edge of a canyon. Below lay a hidden valley, green and glowing faintly under the alien sky. Streams of silver water cut through the land, and giant trees swayed gently in the wind. Lyra stopped, breathing hard but smiling softly. Here, a place outside their reach. For now, Alex frowned. For now? That doesn't sound good. No place is safe forever, she said. But here we can rest. We can grow stronger. And they, she nodded to the pups, can learn what they are meant to be. Alex stared at the valley, unease twisting in his chest. It looked peaceful, but he knew peace never lasted. Still, the pups needed somewhere to grow, and Lyra needed time to heal. They descended into the valley. The pups ran ahead, yipping and howling with joy, chasing one another through the tall grass. For the first time since their birth, they acted like children, normal children. Alex felt a strange warmth in his chest watching them. For a brief moment, he allowed himself to believe they might have a future. As night fell, they built a small fire. Lyra rested against a rock, her eyes half closed, the golden light of the flames reflecting off her silver skin. Alex sat nearby, the pups curled against him like glowing embers. They're peaceful now, Alex whispered. For tonight, Lyra agreed. But soon they will change again, grow again. Their power will not stay hidden. Alex stroked the soft fur of the pup in his lap. Its golden eyes blinked slowly, then focused on him. In his mind, he felt a whisper. Not words, but feelings. Trust, love, belonging. He swallowed hard. They really see me as their father. Lyra opened her eyes, her gaze calm. You are their father. By blood, by bond, by choice. Alex stared into the fire, the weight of her words pressing heavy on him. He had never imagined this life, trapped on an alien world, raising children that didn't belong to either species. And yet he couldn't imagine leaving them. The pups stirred, their tiny voices echoing softly in his mind. This time, though, the feelings were clearer. He heard a shape of words, rough but real. We protect both. Alex's heart stopped. He looked at Lyra, who had also heard. Her eyes widened slightly, glowing green in the firelight. They speak, she whispered. Already, faster than I thought. Alex looked back at the pups. Their golden eyes shone brighter than the fire. He felt their intent, their determination far too strong for such small bodies. He whispered, almost afraid. Protect both worlds. What do they mean? Lyra shook her head slowly. Perhaps they see further than us. Perhaps they already know their path. The fire crackled. The pups pressed closer, their warmth chasing away the night chill. Alex stared at the stars above, countless and cold. Somewhere out there, entire civilizations would soon learn of these children. Some would fear them, some would want to claim them, some would want to kill them, but none of that mattered right now. Right now, they were just a family. Fragile, strange, but real. Alex whispered, "Whatever comes, we face it together." Lyra's tired lips curved in a faint smile. "That is enough." The pups howled softly, their voices rising into the night sky. It was not a cry of fear, but of promise, a sound that carried far beyond the valley into the dark waiting stars, and in that moment Alex knew their journey was only beginning.